Here's a detailed list of major achievements for each U.S. president since the nation's founding, covering their key contributions, policies, and initiatives. 1. George Washington, 1789 to 1797, established the presidency, set precedents for a democratic transition of power, neutrality proclamation, maintained neutrality in foreign wars, particularly between Britain and France. 2. John Adams, 1797 to 1801, Alien and Sedition Acts, controversially limited speech against the government, but strengthened national security. Avoided war with France, managed tensions in the quasi-war with France diplomatically. 3. Thomas Jefferson, 1801 to 1809, Louisiana Purchase, doubled U.S. territory, securing control of the Mississippi River. Embargo Act, aimed to avoid conflict by restricting trade with Europe, though it impacted the U.S. economy. 4. James Madison, 1809 to 1817, War of 1812, asserted U.S. sovereignty against British interference. Economic recovery, supported the establishment of the Second Bank of the United States. 5. James Monroe, 1817 to 1825, Monroe Doctrine, asserted U.S. opposition to European intervention in the Americas. Missouri Compromise, temporarily balanced free and slave states, delaying conflict. 6. John Quincy Adams, 1825 to 1829, modernization efforts, promoted national infrastructure, including roads and canals, opposed slavery, advocated against slavery in public service. 7. Andrew Jackson, 1829 to 1837, strengthened the presidency, used the veto power extensively. Indian Removal Act, forced Native American relocation, leading to the Trail of Tears. 8. Martin Van Buren, 1837 to 1841, economic stabilization, managed the Panic of 1837 with limited government intervention. 9. William Henry Harrison, 1841, died in office, served only 32 days, setting a precedent for presidential succession. 10. John Tyler, 1841 to 1845, annexation of Texas, set the stage for westward expansion and later conflict with Mexico. 11. James K. Polk, 1845 to 1849, territorial expansion, acquired large territories including the Southwest and California after the Mexican-American War. 12. Zachary Taylor, 1849 to 1850, opposed the expansion of slavery, took a stance against the spread of slavery, especially in the new territories. 13. Millard Fillmore, 1850 to 1853, Compromise of 1850, temporarily eased sectional tensions between North and South. 14. Franklin Pierce, 1853 to 1857, allowed territories to decide on slavery, which intensified regional conflicts. 15. James Buchanan, 1857 to 1861, tried to preserve the Union, ineffectively managed growing tensions over slavery and state rights. 16. Abraham Lincoln, 1861 to 1865, preserved the Union, led the nation through the Civil War. Emancipation Proclamation paved the way for the abolition of slavery. 17. Andrew Johnson, 1865 to 1869, Reconstruction efforts, oversaw initial Reconstruction, though faced significant opposition and impeachment. 18. Ulysses S. Grant, 1869 to 1877, civil rights enforcement, fought against the Ku Klux Klan and supported Reconstruction. 19. Rutherford B. Hayes, 1877 to 1881, ended Reconstruction, focused on national unity, removing federal troops from the South. 20. James A. Garfield, 1881, civil service reform advocacy, advocated for reform, but was assassinated early in his term. 21. Chester A. Arthur, 1881 to 1885, Pendleton Civil Service Reform Act, laid the groundwork for a professional civil service. 22. Grover Cleveland, 1885 to 1889, 1893 to 1897. Reform and anti-corruption. Strengthened the executive role and opposed imperialism. 23. Benjamin Harrison, 1889 to 1893. Economic legislation. Signed the Sherman Antitrust Act, promoting fair competition. 24. William McKinley, 1897 to 1901. Spanish-American War victory. Gained territories, marking the U.S. as an emerging world power. 25. Theodore Roosevelt, 1901 to 1909. Progressive reforms. Established national parks and expanded antitrust measures. Panama Canal facilitated a new trade route. 26. William Howard Taft, 1909 to 1913. Continued antitrust efforts. Strengthened regulation of business practices. 27. Woodrow Wilson, 1913 to 1921. Led during one, advanced the League of Nations and promoted democratic principles globally. If you like this video and would like to know the achievements of the other U.S. presidents and how they shaped the American story, click on the subscribe button, like, and follow us for part 2. Thank you for watching.